All right. Good evening and welcome. Good afternoon and welcome to Veterans Yoga Project, Yoga for Recovery, Resilience, and Realization. My name is Brian G., and I'm delighted and honored to be here with you today. Today's practice is going to involve 5 different breath practices. We're going to basically be seated for the majority of the practice. And experiment with some different breaths. The focus of our breath work is to help us to change our mind state, to increase our ability to be in connection with ourselves as whatever it is happening. So we accept the environment that we're in, we accept the circumstances of the environment we're in, and we work at holding ourselves in stillness and awareness and presence, despite whatever's happening in the environment. And the idea is to utilize the breath to bring the mind and the body into alignment. And so we learn that as we use the breath, the body can find stillness in the present moment. And as we find stillness in the present moment in the body, the mind can find stillness in the present moment also. And so we learn to regulate or change or manage our mind states through the use of breath practice. And so we're just going to do a couple of simple breath practices. And we're only going to be here for a little bit of time. So each of these is going to be just a momentary practice. Let me get the timer set up here so we don't overdo anything. I think we'll just do that. And so we'll just see how it goes. Now, we're going to utilize the opportunity to land first and bring ourselves into the present moment. And then we'll find support, and we'll raise gratitude, and we'll set an intention. And then we will do, as I said, 5 different practices of breath. And I'll explain each of them as a setup as we get into them. So, and in between, we will actually come back into stillness and rest. So the idea about the in-between, if you will, is just as important as the effort. So we work in yoga between effort and ease, between generating and releasing. And so between activating and resting. And so remember that the time in between is actually the practice time also. And so utilize the times when we're not actively breathing in, we're coming into stillness to integrate. We're utilizing that time in the same fashion that we're utilizing the time that we're actively doing something. Okay. Let us see. In our breath work, the body is very still. The awareness is on the breath, wherever it may be, say in the nostrils or in the mouth. We may be breathing in and out through the nostrils and the mouth. And the focus, the concentration, the awareness is centered at the brow point if the eyes are closed, or at the tip of the nose if the eyes are narrowed and focused. So work to be in that posture, even as we're focused on the awareness of the breath and the eyes at the brow point. So enough talk. Let us practice. So bring yourself into yourself. Let us ground and land and center here in a moment of connection to our present moment. So let us come into the present moment by coming into the body. And we do that by finding the support. So bring yourself into a supported posture, whatever that means to you. Maybe you're seated in a chair with your feet flat on the floor, underneath the knees, hip distance apart. Maybe you're seated cross-legged on the mat or on a blanket or on a bolster, a cushion or a bolster. Maybe you're lying down with your feet up the wall, whatever it is, however you are, wherever you are. Just bring yourself into yourself and come into this place. Come into this space. Bring yourself into yourself. And then begin to feel into the sensation of whatever part of your body is in contact with something. Again, maybe your feet are flat on the floor. Maybe your sits bones are rooting down into the seat or the cushion blanket. whatever part of your body is in contact with something, feel that sensation of connection. Bring your awareness to that sensation of connection at that place where your body is contacting something. Open your awareness to the possibility that that is support, that that actual connection to the earth is supporting in this moment. Being held by forces greater than ourselves. Gravity is doing its job. We are here. We are grounded. We are present. Feel into that sensation, that support. Allow yourself to be supported. And then, having established yourself in your supported posture, I invite you to lengthen through your side body, lengthen through your spine, lengthen through your crown. Tuck your chin slightly and find that release at the back of the neck so that you can feel the full length of the spine from the base to the crown. Feel the energy body perhaps engage as the spine aligns, the vertebrae stack. Feel the chest expand, perhaps maybe the heart opens. And staying lengthened, allow the body to find a place of rest in that support. Move into the stillness that might be available, maybe just the possibility of stillness. And bringing your awareness to the breath, begin to breathe in and out through the nostrils, following the inhale all the way in. The exhale all the way out. Just noticing the breath and the subtle changes in the body cavity as the lungs inflate and deflate. Bring the awareness to the breath and just let the breath carry the awareness, as if the awareness was the surfer and the breath was the wave and you were just riding on the breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Anchoring your awareness at the place in your body where the inhale begins and being right there. Surfing the breath. Inhaling and exhaling, finding the rhythm of your own breath, feeling into your own rhythm, your own breath, your own practice. Then, having established support and allowed ourselves to come into the present moment, I invite you, if you choose to float your hands to your heart in a way that most brings awareness to your heart space. Perhaps the left hand over the heart, right hand over the left, or the hands in prayer, thumbs resting lightly on the breastbone. Feeling into the connection of the hands to the heart, the warmth at the heart space, feeling into the heart space, and allow to arise in your heart space, if you choose to, any one thing for which you are grateful. Allow gratitude to arise, perhaps just the possibility of gratitude. See it clearly in your mind's eye. Whatever it is you're grateful for, that sense of gratitude, that possibility of gratitude, see if you can anchor it right there at the place where your inhale begins with your breath. So that the breath is coming and going in and out, over and around and through whatever it is you're grateful for. Breathing in gratitude. Breathing out gratitude. And finally, here today, if you choose to, I invite you to set an intention for your practice. Perhaps just a simple intention to be in your breath, or to keep your gratitude centered. Whatever your intention, state it to yourself. Hear yourself in your mind's ear. Having established your intention, I invite you to take a full inhale. And as you exhale, if you choose to, allow your chin to drop to your intentional, grateful heart and offer a benediction to seal your intention. As I say now, namaste. And inhaling, lift the chin, release the hands, and reconnect with your supported posture as we prepare for our first breath. So our first breath, The right arm is going to be cactus arm, palm facing forward, elbow at the shoulder height. The left arm is going to be elbow near the side, palm forward at the shoulder. So sort of like a cactus arm with the right hand, like a defensive posture, or a pledging arm with the left arm. This is our arm posture. The breath is going to be a simple inhale through the nostrils, exhale through the mouth. So as vigorous as you wish to be without stress, strain, or exertion. So don't overdo it, overthink it. The body is very still. The inhale is through the nostrils. The exhale is out the mouth. Your rhythm, your pace, your breath, your practice. And we're just going to be here for a short period. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Eyes are closed, focused at the brow point, or eyes are narrowed, focused at the tip of the nose, something not moving just beyond the tip of the nose, your drishti or gazing point. And again, not overdoing it. So we're not trying to overexert here. We're just taking a full inhale through the nostrils and a full exhale through the mouth. Focusing on the breath, the subtle changes in the body as the inhale comes in and the exhale goes out. No stress, no strain, no overexertion. Just allowing ourselves to be in the breath. And perhaps noticing what happens to our mind as our focus on the breath, an unusual breath, if you might, as we interrupt the pattern of normalcy by doing this specific breath practice. A few more rounds here. Just stay with it. On your next inhale, take a full inhalation. Lift the arms overhead. Reach through the fingertips. Retain this breath gently as you lift and stretch. Exhale, keep the arms lifted. Inhale, stretch and lift a little higher. Exhale, slowly float the arms down, palms down till your arms are released, and then bring your hands into your lap, palms up, and just sit quietly for a moment. Allow everything to settle. Come back into your connection with your gratitude, your intention. Come back into connection with stillness. Be steady and sure in your space. Feel into the support of the posture and notice what's shifted for you in that simple little practice. Notice any energetic changes, any psychological, social changes, any sense of stillness that perhaps has come to the body. Maybe you feel a little energized, but also a little more stillness. Maybe not. Just feel whatever you're feeling. Be in yourself for a moment. And in our next breath, we're just going to reverse the arm posture. So in this case, the left arm is going to be at the shoulder height, palm facing forward, cactus arm. The right arm, elbows close to the side, palm up and facing forward right at the shoulder. Just try to keep that tight. And staying lengthened, staying lifted, finding our supported posture. And then we're just going to begin that same breath, inhaling through the nostrils, exhaling through the mouth. finding your own rhythm, your own pace, your own breath, your own practice. So your breath count will be different than mine and everyone else's, because it is your body and your breath and your practice. And as always in our practice, we listen to the wisdom of our own body, recognizing that what's happening over here is offers, suggestions, invitations only. That you are the arbiter of your practice in connection with the wisdom of your own body. Supporting yourself in any way that you need to, modifying any posture at any time, coming out of any posture at any time, taking any alternate posture at any time. Body very still here. Inhaling nostrils. Exhaling mouth. Just being aware of the breath. And noticing what's happening for ourselves. Feeling into the pattern. And noticing what happens to our mind state. Maybe some chatter arises. Maybe the mind wants to wander, which is the tendency of the mind to wander. So just notice that and then come back to the breath. Notice the tendency to overdo it, get a little overexertion. Do not do that. Just relax and be steady and sure. An active practice, but not an overactive practice. There's an effort involved in the practice and being in the stillness. Just breathing a few more rounds. On your next inhale, take the arms up. Lengthen and lift. Retain this breath gently as you lift through the fingertips. Be very still, lifting. As you exhale, keep the arms lifted. Inhale, lengthen. Get a little longer. Exhale, release, float the arms down. Palms touch and then come palms up in the lap as you relax the shoulders, tuck the chin and be very still. Again, this is our integration moment, which is an active part of the practice. We do the breath practice and then we do the stillness practice. Integrating and allowing everything to settle, feeling into what is shifted, being aware of the changes in our energetic state, in our mental state, in our psychological state, in our spiritual state, in our physical state that have come from the practice. The idea of the practice is to engage in the present moment and notice what changes. This is regulation and resilience. This is using the breath to change the mind state, to bring the body into alignment, to be present in stillness. Letting everything settle, releasing any shaping and just allowing. Our next breath is a pattern interrupt breath. So the hands will float to the heart, left hand over the heart, right hand over the left, and then a little bit of pressure there, just feeling the hands connected to the heart. So we feel the warmth of the hands against the heart. We feel the beat of the heart underneath the hands. We align to the rhythm of the heartbeat. Come into your own alignment rhythmically. And the breath is a simple 5-count inhale through the nostrils. Your count, and then a little pause, and then exhale through pursed lips, so almost a bit of a whistle. 5-count exhale. The breath is equal on the inhale and the exhale, length, duration, and volume. whatever your 5 count is. So you'll find your rhythm, your pace, your breath. 5 count inhale, little pause. 5 count exhale through the pursed lips. Maybe you hear yourself with a little bit of a whistling. And then continue. Again, no stress, no strain, no overexertion. Body is very still. Awareness is on the breath in the nostrils or in the mouth. Focus is at the brow point if the eyes are closed, or at the tip of the nose if the eyes are narrowed. Couple more rounds here. On your next exhalation, release the hands to the left, palms up. Release the shaping of the breath and be very still. Notice again, what, if anything, has shifted for you? Where is your energy? What is shifted for you? Maybe you feel a slight temperature change, maybe not. Maybe you feel a settling of the energy, maybe not. Just being still and allowing yourself to be here. Check in with your gratitude, check in with your attention. Notice that they're still connected at the heart space. Notice if your awareness has wandered, be grateful for the wandering, for the noticing, and then just gently return your focus to your breathing, to the steady, still center of your being in this moment. Our next breath is going to be a chakra alignment breath, a spinal breath. So we're going to bring the left hand to the abdomen, just below the belly button or just over the belly button. The right hand to the brow, just lightly touching the brow, bringing awareness to the third eye, the place behind the brow point. So the left hand's on the navel chakra, the right hand's on the brow chakra. And so as you breathe in through the nostrils, you might feel the belly engage, you might feel the abdomen rise to meet the left hand, you might not. Just imagine you're breathing into your belly. And as you breathe out through the nostrils, imagine you're breathing from that right palm, from that third eye, from the place behind the brows, down and out the front of the body, or down and out the front of the spine. As you breathe in from the navel, imagine you're breathing up from the navel, up the back of the spine to the brow. And just bring in the connection between those two places, the navel and the brow point, up and down the spine, just breathing, feeling into the breath. Whatever breath works for you, in and out through the nostrils, find your rhythm, your pace, your breath, your practice. Breathing up and down the spine. From the navel point, the center of self-will, to the brow point, the center of discernment. Feeling into your own awareness of yourself and your own awareness of the world at large, the universe at large. The inner and the outer connected in the breath here. Again, no stress, no strain, no overexertion. The breath is just your breath. In and out through the nostrils. Very centered, very focused, just breathing up and down the spine between these 2 points. Breathing into the left hand, out from the right hand. As if you could pass the breath back and forth, up and down the spine. On your next exhale, release the right hand down, turn the left palm up, palms come together in the lap, relax and let go of any shaping. Just allow yourself to find that stillness in the center, in that supported posture, being present with yourself. And again, notice any shifts in energetic awareness, in temperature, in mind state. Observe your own experience. Become aware of how these little practices have an effect upon you and what that effect might be. Finding the stillness of being present. Again, feel into the support that's available to you in this moment. Feel into the sensation of what's touching. Be aware that you're being held here by powers greater than yourself. Gravity is at play. And that how you can work within that power, within that gravity, to align and attune and awaken to your own experience. Finally, today we have one more breath. And we're just simply going to extend the arms up, 30 to 60 degrees, palms facing each other, fingers extending long, maybe the biceps frame the ears. Don't overthink it, don't overdo it. Again, no stress, no strain, no exertion. And just allow the breath, whatever breath works for you here. There's no structure with respect to how your breathing will come and go. You're just going to allow your breath to be as you think about just extending through the fingertips. Feel the length in the side body. Feel the length along the outside of the arms and up through the fingertips. And just being still and lengthening. Think of yourself as an antenna for those of you of a certain age that may remember an antenna. Think of yourself as a lightning rod. Think of yourself as a receiver in this posture. You're open to the receipt. As if you could feel into the acceptance of whatever is being delivered to you. As if your arms were sort of a funnel, maybe, if you think about it that way. Up into the universal divine, the divinity of the universe. allowing yourself to just receive. Just stay with this. Very steady, very still, very open. Take a full inhale. As you exhale, let your hands float down to your sides, releasing. And then come down onto your back on your mat, preparing for our guided rest. Take a moment as you move into guided rest to feel into whatever additional support that you may want in this posture. Maybe you have an eye cloth for your eyes. Maybe you have a blanket or a shawl for your body. Maybe you have a bolster for your knees. Whatever it is that you need here that'll provide you perhaps 1% more support. As you come down onto your back, let your toes fall open. Take your heels as wide as is comfortable for you on your mat. Bring your arms down by your hips, palms up. Lengthen through the crown and through the heels. And then imagine you're pulling down on your side ribs so that your lower back comes into contact with the mat. You can actually feel that connection of the full length of the spine with the mat. And then let go. Release, relax, let go. You're done, be done. Allow yourself to be done. Just release any thought, any analysis of any planning, any conversation, criticism, condemnation, competition. Just let go. Just allow yourself to rest. And as we rest here, we'll take a moment to do a quick tracking of the body. And we're looking for areas of tightness and constriction, and then actively seeking to release those areas. So we'll start at the soles of the feet. So bring your awareness to the soles of your feet, to your toes, to the tops of the feet, to the heels, and to the ankles. And then actively release. And bring your awareness to your calves, to your shins, to your knees, to your hamstrings, and to your quadriceps, your thighs. And relax. And then bring your awareness to your hips, to your sits bones, to your buttocks, to your sacral area, to your SI joint, and release. And then bring your awareness to your lower back and to your abdomen, and relax. Bring your awareness to your ribs and to your middle back, and relax. And bring your awareness to your upper back and to your chest, and release. And bring your awareness to your neck and to your shoulders. And relax. And bring your awareness to your upper arms, your forearms, your biceps, your triceps, your forearms, and your wrists. And release. Bring your awareness to your backs, your hands, to your fingers, and to the palms of your hands. And relax. Bring your awareness to your jaw, to your mouth, to your tongue, and to the muscles at the back of the throat, and to the back of the head. And release. Bring your awareness to your nose, your nasal passages, the muscles and nerves behind the nose, your eye sockets, your eyeballs, the muscles and nerves behind your eyes. And relax. Bring your awareness to your mind, to your brain, to your skull, to the place between your ears and behind your brows. And just release. And then finally, bring your awareness to the crown of your head, the space outside and above, just above the top of your head, about 2 inches above the top of your head. And relax. And then from that place of relaxed awareness at the top of your head, at your crown, and bring your awareness to your entire self. See yourself resting in your own space. And as you observe and witness yourself at rest, allow again to arise in your heart space any one thing for which you are grateful. Maybe just the possibility of gratitude. And as you rest here in gratitude, I'll take this opportunity to extend my sense of gratitude to you. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your practice. I'm honored to be here, truly. And I invite and encourage you to stay here in grateful rest as long as you like. And when you do finally rise, please take the echoes of your practice and your gratitude with you as you go through the remainder of your day, lifting yourself and everyone you come into contact with. Have an amazing day.